I'm finna give y'all another life update.
Police identify him as Tyrion Thomas, a 20-year-old from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, known as Mr. Prada, with millions of followers on multiple TikTok accounts. This clip being reshared the most today. His joke about practicing his mugshot because this might be the year someone meets God if they piss me off too much. This is the mugshot for Tyrion Thomas today from the Dallas County Jail. A photo taken just last night after his arrest by a fugitive task force as he sat on a park bench in downtown Dallas.
This is the story of Tyrion Thomas, a 20-year-old TikTok sensation known to millions as Mr. Prada. Rising to fame with over 4 million followers for his comedic skits, his charm and wit captured the hearts of Gen Z. But behind the viral fame lies a dark and sinister tale. Tyrion's life took a harrowing turn when he became embroiled in the murder of 69-year-old therapist William Nicholas Abraham. What drove a young social media star to such violence? And how did his actions unravel his once promising future? Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This story takes us to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a city rich in cultural diversity and historical significance. Baton Rouge, as the state capital, is a lively city where old Cajun and Creole traditions mix with modern ways, making it a one-of-a-kind place to live. Tyrion Ishmael Thomas, better known as Mr. Prada, was a 20-year-old TikTok creator who had amassed over 4 million followers through his comedic and relatable videos. Once a rising star in the social media landscape, Tyrion was known for his engaging personality and humor, which resonated with a young audience. Despite his online success, he faced accusations of copying content from other creators, leading to multiple account bans. Despite his internet fame, Tyrion's life off camera seemed far from perfect. In the past year, his followers noticed changes in his behavior, from posts hinting at loneliness to drastic physical changes like shaving his head and eyebrows.
Okay, I'm finna do it. I'ma miss my hair, bro. Oh my god, I can't believe I did it. What the fuck? Alright, so this is the final look. Shit, I got trash a little bit behind it. What y'all think? I got a peanut head, but I don't know what we're gonna do about these patches. Itchy.
I love you. It'll pass.
Hailing from Baton Rouge, Tyrion had no formal job outside of TikTok, but his online persona provided a steady stream of attention, if not real connection. On the other hand, William Nicholas Abraham, affectionately known as Dr. Nick, was a 69-year-old licensed professional counselor and life coach who dedicated over 3 decades to helping individuals navigate their personal struggles. Based in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he specialized in treating a wide range of issues, including substance abuse, depression, and anxiety. Dr. Abraham was not only a counselor, but also a motivational speaker and recording artist, known for his compassionate approach and commitment to empowering his clients. His work extended beyond traditional therapy. He was particularly focused on assisting the LGBTQ community with identity issues and acceptance challenges. Many who sought his guidance described him as a gentle soul with a nurturing spirit, always willing to lend an ear and offer support. Tragically, his life was cut short when he was found dead from blunt force trauma, wrapped in a tarp along a highway in Tangipahoa Parish. Who could have imagined that the signs of struggle and distress Tyrion would escalate into such a heinous act, forever altering the course of his and Dr. Williams' lives? On the morning of Sunday, September 29, 2024, a passerby made a chilling discovery along Highway 51 in Tangipahoa Parish, Louisiana. Wrapped in a blue tarp, the body of William Nicholas Abraham was found abandoned on the side of the road. An investigation quickly began, and the coroner soon confirmed that Abraham had been beaten to death, the result of blunt force trauma to the head, shoulders, and neck. Law enforcement immediately launched a manhunt for clues to the circumstances surrounding his death. In the days that followed, details began to surface, drawing attention to TikTok star Tyrion Thomas. On Monday, September 30, 2024, surveillance footage from Tyrion's apartment complex in Baton Rouge captured Abraham entering the building the day before his body was found. He was seen wearing the same clothing he had on when his body was discovered. Shortly after, witnesses reported seeing Tyrion struggling to drag an object wrapped in a blue tarp down the stairs of his apartment complex and loading it into Abraham's car. On Tuesday, October 1, 2024, a traffic stop in Baton Rouge revealed further connections between Tyrion and the murder. Tyrion was caught driving Abraham's car, a black Lincoln MKZ, but when police attempted to pull him over, Tyrion resisted. He backed the vehicle into a police car and sped away, eventually crashing the vehicle before fleeing on foot. An arrest warrant was issued for Tyrion, charging him with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, aggravated criminal damage to property, and resisting arrest. The next day, October 2, 2024, the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at Tyrion's apartment. Inside, investigators found significant evidence of a violent struggle, including blood splattered throughout the apartment and multiple sharp objects that may have been used in the attack. There were also signs of an attempted cleanup, but the damage and bloodshed were too extensive to hide. Authorities formally linked Tyrion to Abraham's murder, charging him with second-degree murder and obstruction of justice. Meanwhile, Tyrion had fled Louisiana, but his whereabouts were quickly traced to Dallas, Texas. On Tuesday night, October 1, 2024, a tip led law enforcement to a downtown Dallas park where Tyrion was found sitting on a bench. He was arrested without incident by a fugitive task force and taken into custody at the Dallas County Jail, where he remains without bond. He now awaits extradition to Louisiana to face murder charges.
The popular TikToker Mr. Prada is behind bars in Texas tonight on that warrant out of Baton Rouge.
Right now, he's accused of wrecking the car belonging to the murdered Baton Rouge therapist Nick Abraham. Investigators say their suspect then took off from police and then somehow ended up in Dallas, Texas.
Police in Dallas arrested Mr. Prada late yesterday. Now he's waiting on an extradition hearing to see if a judge will order him back to Baton Rouge to face charges here. This is the mugshot from the Dallas County Jail of Tyrion Thomas. The 20-year-old from Louisiana has millions of followers on TikTok, where he goes by the name Mr. Prada. In one of his TikTok videos, he talked about dealing with mental issues.
I'm bipolar. Yeah. Y'all never seen anybody that's bipolar before?
Monday, police released these photos of a person of interest in the Dr. Nick Abraham homicide investigation, saying this person, believed to be the TikToker Tyrion Thomas, was last seen driving the doctor's stolen car. Dr. Abraham was found dead Sunday, badly beaten and dumped alongside a highway in Tangipahoa Parish. The charges Tyrion Thomas currently faces are related to what police say happened near this office building off Sherwood Forest Boulevard in Baton Rouge Monday afternoon. That's when they claim they spotted him in the doctor's stolen car, which he crashed as he tried to get away. Police say he then got out and ran off. Dr. Abraham lived off Corporate Boulevard in Baton Rouge. Abraham made headlines 9 years ago, back in 2015. Here's a clip from a newscast back then.
A Baton Rouge therapist is under investigation.
He was charged with child molestation, with police saying an 11-year-old patient claimed Abraham had touched him inappropriately during a therapy session. However, that case never went to trial. District Attorney Heller Moore says his office reviewed the case for 2 years and, quote, after considering all available evidence, the best interest of the child, and the lack of any inculpatory statements by the arrestee, we declined to institute formal charges. Defense Attorney Jarrett Ambeau represented Dr. Abraham after that arrest and said the 11-year-old who made those allegations back then was not Tyrion Thomas.
The public's reaction to Tyrion's arrest was immediate, especially given his fame on TikTok, where he had amassed over 4.3 million followers. Known for his controversial habit of copying other creators' videos, Tyrion's popularity had begun to wane over the past year. Fans had become concerned about his mental health after he posted cryptic messages, shaved his head and eyebrows, and hinted at feelings of loneliness. However, nothing could have prepared them for the shocking murder allegations now tied to his name. The motive for the crime remains unclear. Investigators have found no evidence that Tyrion was a client of Abraham or that they had any prior relationship. Speculation spread across social media, with some suggesting that Abraham's past legal troubles, involving an accusation in 2015 of inappropriately touching an 11-year-old client, a case that was ultimately dropped, might be connected to the crime. However, authorities have debunked this theory, stating that there is no evidence linking Tyrion to that incident. As of October 2024, Tyrion remains in custody in Dallas, awaiting extradition to Louisiana. The case is still under investigation, with law enforcement continuing to gather evidence and piece together the events that led to the brutal murder of William Nicholas Abraham. The court date has not yet been set, and the world watches as this once beloved internet personality faces the prospect of a long legal battle and the potential of spending the rest of his life in prison. The violent death of Abraham and the arrest of a well-known TikTok star has sent shockwaves through both the local Baton Rouge community and the broader online world, where the case continues to be the subject of heated discussions. Friends and family of Abraham are left mourning the loss of a man they described as kind and gentle, while millions of Tyrion's followers grapple with the dark reality of the allegations against him. What happened to both the killer and the victim should never have taken place. The loss of life and the irreversible actions that led to it are devastating not only for the individuals involved, but for their families and communities as well. Could intervention at an earlier stage have made a difference? Were there warning signs that went unnoticed or ignored? For the families of both the victim and the perpetrator, the aftermath is filled with unimaginable pain and grief. My condolences to Dr. Abraham's friends and family. May you continue to heal and one day find peace. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.